Hello there. Today I will give a short talk about leadership and the role of leadership in managing the organization, especially with regards to handling the organization to deal with the volatile external environment. Now, first of all, you should notice that in my classes, I put leadership ahead of the other management functions. Of course, the usual classes, or if you read the typical textbooks of management, they will always recite the usual sequence, okay, the usual mantra of the planning to be first, planning, and then organizing, and then only leadership, and after that, controlling. No, actually, that is not right because it is only through leadership that the planning process is initiated and maintained. And it is only through leadership that the structure of the organization is created and maintained. And then, of course, uh, that control function, leadership has to initiate, maintain, or to change those control so that it fits into the organization. Now, the role of the leadership to deal with the volatile external environment is important. And I understand that thinking about the future is something in which you students have difficulties to conceptualize. But nevertheless, you have to start to think about the future because planning, okay, when you plan, I mean you means leaders of the organization, the planning process is not about the present but about the future. So you must think about the future and how are you going to deal with the future should the future situation is not the one that would be favorable to you in a way that would allow the investments that you have made to be profitable. Or, in other words, when you invest for today, you need to wait until a certain period of time for the investment to be realized. The investment may be realized, maybe partially, or like the whole thing comes together or partially, okay? But the realization of the investments come into the future, not today. The same thing, like you invest the small, like the small uh, kind of the small businesses, like maybe the typical one person F&B outlet kind of thing, okay, down to the smallest operator, one person uh, maybe nasi lemak seller, okay, have to think that one person has to think about what would happen tomorrow, because that person, first instance, have to prepare the raw materials. He or she must buy those things, okay, buy the raw materials, and then the night before, or maybe the morning hours before actually selling that those nasi lemak, must prepare. Those are the investments of that small business. But if that, or when that food vendor or food seller, okay, or food producer, if you want to say it as such, bring his or her uh, products to the marketplace, what would be the guarantee that those products would be sold in a way that will allow returns of investments or profits? That is the question, and that is why you need to think about the future. You need to think about the future, guys and girls. Now, you need to start to think about the future. The bigger your business, the more importance that you should put into conceptualizing the future. Now, predicting the future is something, or actually, that is something which would be difficult to do, or at best would be kind of cannot be done in an accurate manner. But nevertheless, you must, right? You must, as leaders of an organization, more so if that organization is in business, you must be able to conceptualize what the possibilities in the future. What would be several possibilities of the future? Okay. Now, obviously, predicting the future is something that is very complex, but that is one of the most critical conceptual skills that you as leaders of organizations must have. And okay, that might be discussed, or I might talk about it in the next videos. For now, the main idea is for you to start to think about the future. Think about this. You yourself, as students, you are investing in your own capital, i.e., in your human capital. You are taking classes, okay? You are like studying, spending time, spending money to pay for the tuition, spending money to buy all these equipments or devices like computers, PCs, laptops, tablets, and what have you. Those are the investments that you undertake in your efforts to build up your human capital, which is signified by that degree that you are hoping to get maybe in 3 years time. Okay, in 3 years time, I mean, that is the plan. Okay, and the question would be, what would be the guarantee that your investments that you have made to yourselves would be realized in the form of maybe higher wages, okay, or benefits, or whatever in the future? And how would you handle the situation should the future would be in such a way that you will not get what you hope to get by investing in yourself to get this particular degree that you are undergoing, or this particular academic program that you are undergoing to get that degree? So think about it. Now, I don't want to talk too much in this one video because that might overwhelm your thoughts. But start to think about the future. if you can start to think about the future, and then the future cannot be thought of as like one possibility. Okay, if you are in time t1, okay, time t2, however you define it, should be thought of at time t1 as having several possibilities. Uh, think about it, okay? I'll see you around next time. So, all the best. Make sure you are up to your reading. Don't miss your readings, the chapters. Read them carefully, and please be active in class. All the best. I'll see you next time.